Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to go over my free-to-play account progression. We're also going to talk about the secret recruitment area, the lucky wheel, and also whether I will be pulling for Sharon or not on these accounts. So those are going to be the main topics. Before we start, we will obviously have a look at the roster of units. As we can see here, I still have a Rainbow 1 add-on, unfortunately. I wish it was like Rainbow 5, but it is what it is. So it will get there soon, hopefully. Then I have an orange one on Belda. Also in this case, I was a bit unlucky on the summons and she only got 2 orange one. It's still decent, but obviously I would want at the very least all 4, but even better Rainbow 5. So that's one additional thing. And then the only other change, I think, or maybe I already had it, is Rainbow 5 Hiwa plus Revolution 5. So overall, really a good addition to my roster. And that's it. The rest is always like it's the same as always, and also the ignition weapons investment is still the same. So nothing much to mention. Then for the anniversary savings, let's open the bag. I have 185 normal summon tickets, which is a bit low. I'm wondering whether I should go for the lucky wheel tickets or not. You can spend up to 100k suspendium to get 400 lucky wheel tickets. That should be around 800 or so normal summon tickets, which is not a bad number at all. And maybe also some orange mats here and there. We're going to see the lucky wheel setup in a second. So that's one thing, but we'll see how it goes. Then I have 717 black market tickets, plus the 175,000 suspended that I have up there. Well, maybe we can round it down to 150k. That would be 300 summons, which means 1k at the moment. Then with the trials I have right now, let me pull them up. I can get around 1k in the 5.5 weeks that remain for anniversary. And in that case, I should be able to get up to 2,000 black market tickets. That's a really good number. And I should also be able to push around 20 to 30 floors, well, likely 30 in adventure. So that means around 900 more, a bit less, let's say 800. So that would mean 2,800 black market tickets. That's a really good number, if you ask me. I think we can definitely afford both Sharon, Eura, and the EX that is going to come out at the end of the month. So we'll see. I will think about it, and if I decide to pull on Sharon, I will obviously make the pulling video. But yeah, for now, that's all for my savings. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that, if you think it's achievable, the number I mentioned, or not. Okay, enough about this. I don't think there is anything else to show, at least in terms of resources and stuff. We can look at the teams right now and talk about whether I should pull for Sharon or not. So for the first team, no Sharon needed, even though it could work, but this one is a classic add-on team. Not much we have to say about it. Second team is where I'm currently running Trial Sharon. So she's linked to Kaiser, and it's definitely a good combination because Kaiser struggles with survivability, which Sharon can fix. And then we also have all the damage buffs that Sharon provide can be used by Kaiser. So that's a really decent combo, and I'm quite happy about it. Before I was using Towa, which was working fine, but Towa is more universal than Sharon, and I'm happy I could actually get rid of that so that I can use it on a different team. So really good. I really like Sharon for this use case, and it's probably going to be the one I would be using her in if I decide to pull for her. Then we have the third team, just a random Gustan team with Nare, Data Mashini, David giving a bit of energy, and Yura because why not? I don't know. Then we have Team 4. This one is also struggling, but can be fixed if Albelda gets to Rainbow 5, so who knows when. But yeah, we have Tromray to push enemies back a bit and break barriers, whatever. Then when enemies are grouped up, we have Bam to keep them there and CC them. We have Karaka just as a random frontline. It doesn't really matter which one you pick. And then we have Hockney improving survivability and giving more energy to BAM so that they can spam the special move. Overall, really okay team. Might struggle a bit more than the other ones, to be honest, but yeah, definitely an okay one. For the last team, we have the Cherry team with Iran grouping, Bam and Evan to keep the team alive, and Tawa providing extra damage and swiftness to the whole team. So overall, pretty solid combination, and it was quite okay to play. And yeah, talking about Sharon, as I mentioned also in the first impression video, if you don't have enough DPS units, and I don't think I do, I mean, I kind of have, but at the same time, some of them are comfortable. I don't feel like counting them. So it is an okay, yeah, it's an okay pick for my account. Not the best though. I would rather have a unit like Yuga that can deal a lot of damage and survive on their own without relying on anything. That would be my preferred choice. Sharon is still close enough because it makes Kaiser very, very strong. You can also look at the fight. I can click next while I talk. But the thing is, she would also be basically the only unit that would benefit from Sharon. Gustang would benefit a little bit, but not a relevant amount. So still no. Then who else do we have? Revolution Bomb already has great survivability. It doesn't need the crit rate, so a bit wasted. Can definitely work, but not a great combination. Let's say. Then who else? No, I think that's really kind of it. Eden is not gonna use him. Who else? I, I'm I think I'm missing somebody, but Riverbomb, Gustang, Eden, Kaiser. Who's the last one? Do I even have a last one? Ah, boy. So let's in the meantime see this team, how it's working out. So Kaiser is there in the enemy team because probably they had a Blood Road they didn't pay attention to. She died because Garam is a bit of a pain. This team is not that easy to deal with. So I think about it, but as you could see, they were surviving quite well. Now, who is the last DPS I'm running? Ah, right, Cherry. I don't know why I always forget about Cherry. But yeah, also for Cherry, Sharon doesn't really provide much. So the only unit that would benefit would be these Kaiser here. It is still a reasonable pick, I think, because more future DPS units might be gaining advantage from Sharon. If I had like Kun Mashini, the purple SSR plus, then maybe I would have had one more reason to go for Sharon, but I don't have her. Or units like, I don't know, Princess of the Heart, I would have picked without a doubt Sharon. Like if I had a Rainbow 5 Princess of the Heart, 100% Sharon would have been a great pick, so I would have gone for that. But on Kaiser, I'm still a bit conflicted. What happens if I bench Kaiser? Then where am I supposed to play Sharon? I don't know, it feels a bit off. But it's okay, it's okay. Let's not talk too much about this topic. I will think it through a bit more tomorrow and we'll see. If I decide to pull, again, I will record a video. So for now, that's about it. In the secret recruitment area, we have a few options, but not all of them are that great, to be honest. We have Evan, which is, I think, the preferred pick, to be honest. You want to get into Rainbow 5 eventually anyway, and this one will just give you a few more copies to achieve that a bit more easily. And the other alternatives are not that great. We have White, that is pretty weak, and I wouldn't really bother about him. It might work well at lower deficit, but then it would need a lot of investment. And even if you invest in him, it will still fall off. So it's not something I want to invest on this early into the game. I don't have the resources to do that. So for me, White is a big no. Awakened Rock doesn't tank that great, to be honest. Would definitely use a rework, but it's an okay unit. I would just leave him at 0 dupes, so I'll just not pull on this banner. Then we have SSR plus Kaiser. If you have XSR plus Kaiser, she could be a nice pick, but I don't think she's necessary in any way. She's also expensive. She's also kind of out of meta, too hard to keep alive. So all of that, I don't know, doesn't make me recommend this as a unit to pick for. Then we have Yasracha, probably the second best pick on this banner, but I think it's better to just stick with the zero dupes Yasracha at first, and then the Rainbow 5 will come in the following days or periods, whatever. So here I would just go for Evan, as many copies as you can, and if you don't even have a zero dupe Yasracha, maybe you can pick him up from PT, but that's about it. Otherwise, just go full all in on Evan. I already did the 300 summons and I got 6 copies, which is the exact average, so I cannot complain. But it could have obviously been a bit better. So that's okay. That's the first event I wanted to cover, so the secret recruitment area. And then we have the lucky wheel. Now, this is pretty important because you can buy up to 400 tickets and you pay 25k every 100 tickets, more or less. So by doing that, you can complete quite a few rounds of this one. You get 200 purple out of completing 4 of them. And you will also get around, I believe, 200 normal summon tickets per 100 summons. That would be, uh, sorry, which kind of number did I say? I meant like, yeah, I think like 200 per rotation. So around 800 in total would be more or less the average. You could get a few more, but I feel like that's a reasonable average. You should also be getting, I don't know, something like 2k, 3k, 4k of these orange revolution mats. And I picked that because they had double the value of this one. Because if we look at this one, for example, we have five normal summon tickets for 500 of these. So each one of them is worth 100 of the orange ones. This one, it was 1 to 200. So I was like, okay, that sounds like a good deal. The rest is a bit like closer to this 1 to 150 ratio. And I don't like that. Also, this one is a bit even lower than 150. So, I prefer to just ignore all of this and go for full tickets there. And this one that has the best value for the Orange Revolution mats, I just select it there. It's a nice setup, nothing too insane. And that's it, guys. There is also the Tower Fun Run, but for this one, I made a dedicated video guide, so you can refer to that instead. And yeah, other than these events, there's really nothing else to mention. So let me know, guys, in the comments how you feel about this quick free-to-play account progression update. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!